Well, hello everyone, Bore da or Prynhawn da noswaith da, whenever you're watching this. Hope you're all keeping well, keeping safe wherever you are. It's Father Richard here again with another online school assembly. And I'm recording this on Sunday the 3rd of October in the evening. You might be able to see behind me, out of my room and the rest of the house. It's dark, it's night time, because I normally do these on a Monday morning, but I'm rather busy tomorrow, so I'm doing it tonight instead, Sunday night. And today in our churches, Sunday the 3rd of October, the first Sunday of October, we celebrated Harvest in our churches, Harvest Festival or Harvest Thanksgiving, something we always do around this time of the year at the beginning of October. And it's a time when we traditionally give thanks for all the crops and the things that the farmers have grown over the summer. They go into their fields and they harvest their crops and bring them in ready for them to be made into all different kinds of food. And traditionally, people would give thanks in churches for the fact that they had a harvest, for the fact that the crops had grown over the summer, that they had the food that they needed, and they would come to church and would bring some of the produce of the land, some of the things that they'd grown, and present it to God to say thank you to him and to remember and acknowledge that all the things of the earth, all the things that grow on the earth, all the food that we have, all the drink that we have, really comes from God, because it's God's world and he made it and he enables everything to grow. So that's what harvest is all about. And I want to think a little bit about harvest by thinking about some of the wonderful variety of produce that we have from the earth, the wonderful food that we have. But think about it using the idea of the rainbow that you sometimes see in the sky, maybe after it's been raining and then the sun comes out and you see a rainbow. And sometimes the rainbow is used as a symbol for all sorts of different things as well, on flags and on logos and in magazines and on the internet and all the rest of it. Often in the COVID pandemic, people drew rainbows as a sign of hope. It's also a sign of hope, which I'll come back to at the end. But I wonder if you know the actual colours of the rainbow, if you can remember them. You see, if I was in school now, I'd ask you to put your hands up and see if you could recite them in order. When I was in school, which is about 100 years ago, I learned a little phrase to remember the colours of the rainbow, and it was, row out your good boat in Venice. Row out your good boat in Venice. Another one is, Richard of York gave battle in vain. And the first letter of each of those words in the little phrase, silly phrase that means nothing, helps us remember the colours in their right order. So it's row out your good boat in Venice. R for red, row. Out, O, orange. Your is Y for yellow. Good boat, good, green. For the G is for green. B, boat, is for blue. In, I is for indigo. Venice is for violet, the V. So it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, the colours of the rainbow. And I've got some things here, different foods, representing all of the colours. And each one can help us to think about something important for us to consider at this time of the year. So first off then, with red. Row out your good boat, red we start with. I got here a red pepper. Think of other things that could be red. Maybe a tomato, maybe a red apple, maybe a radish, maybe a nice red cherry. Red is often the colour of danger. A red light, red traffic light, means stop because there's cars coming in the other way. It's the colour of danger. Warning signs are often in red. And you know, our world really is full of danger, isn't it? And there's all sorts of dangers that we can face. A big danger is, I think, in our world today, unkindness. Especially you see it on social media, people saying nasty things to each other. That's a big danger. Unkindness. If somebody says an unkind thing, makes us feel sad, makes us feel not very good inside. Another danger in our world today is loneliness. Lots of people are lonely. Lots of people feel they don't have many friends. Another danger is thinking we have to live up to an image that we see on the TV or in adverts, in magazines, on the radio. We have to kind of pretend to be something we're not, to fit that image we see in the media. Lots of dangers in the world today. Let's think about what we can do to overcome those dangers. The danger of unkindness, well, it's very easy to say a kind thing, to say something nice, to cheer somebody up. The danger of loneliness, very easy to go up to someone who's on their own, looking a bit sad, looking a bit down, offer them the hand of friendship, try and make them feel as though someone cares about them. The danger of having to live up to those images we see. We can just accept people for who they are. Maybe people have got some faults, we all have faults. Accept people as they are, because God accepts us as we are. Let's overcome those dangers there are in the world. So that's the red. The orange, the obvious one, is an orange. I always wondered why it's called that. Pretty obvious. What else is orange food-wise? Carrots, maybe? Baked beans at a stretch. Are they orange, I wonder? Orange, really, I always think, is the colour of autumn. The leaves are starting to turn that golden brown, that orangey colour. It's also the colour of fire. Think of flames and a fire are orange. And I always have great memories going around my grandma's house and sitting around the open fire. Lovely feeling. Don't know if you have an open fire. Maybe you've got a wood burner. Many people do these days. Let's give thanks for all those things that make us feel warm inside, that make us feel nice. Maybe it's spending time with friends. Maybe it's doing a sport or a hobby we like, or watching our favourite programme on the TV, or being with our family, going on a holiday. Those things that make us feel warm and nice. Let's give thanks to God for them. So we've had row, red, out, orange, ewer, Y, yellow. Yellow, again, the obvious one is a banana. Could have maybe had a lemon or a melon for yellow. Yellow, I always think, is quite a fun colour. Don't know why. You see a bright yellow car, you think that's fun. The Beatles, don't know if you've ever heard of them, had a song called The Yellow Submarine. It's fun. Think of a little rubber duck you might have in the bath. They're yellow. It's fun. God, I think, wants us to have fun. And he made this world for us to enjoy. So let's enjoy it. Let's have fun. There's a lot of serious things in the world, of course there is. But there's also a lot we can have fun with our friends, doing those things that we enjoy. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy our world. So, where are we? Row, out, ewer, good, green. I've got some broccoli. Now, there's lots of things that are green. Food-wise, is an easy one. Again, apples would be one. Cucumber, courgette, marrow, green beans, runner beans, lettuce, cabbage. I could go on. Green. Green, in many ways, is the colour of nature. The trees are green. The grass is green. And we talk, don't we, about being green if we are looking after the environment, looking after the world. We say it's important to be green. And it is important to be green. It's my surname, actually, as it happens. But it's important to be green to look after the world around us, to look after our planet. So again, we think of the green colour, we can think, what can we do to be green, to recycle, to save energy, to actually conserve our planet for future generations? That's so important. Where are we now? So, row, red, out, ewer, good. The next one is blue. The only thing I can think of, food-wise, not many foods are blue, is, I don't know if you can see that says there, blueberries. Some blueberries. They're kind of blue, very dark blue, but I like them. What does blue remind us of? To me, it reminds us of the oceans. The sea is blue, and we can give thanks to God for water. Without water in our world, nothing would live, nothing would survive. We all need water, animals and plants alike. We can give thanks for the oceans, for all that's in them. Such a great diversity of creatures, from tiny little shrimps to massive great whales. Again, we should give thanks for water, give thanks for the oceans, and do what we can to conserve water and cherish it. Now, I'm going to cheat slightly. The last two were indigo and violet. I've only got one thing here to represent both of them. It's a kind of a purpley colour. I hope you can see that. There's actually a red cabbage. So it's called red cabbage. I think it looks purple. And other things that are purple. Beetroot, maybe. Red grapes. Again, even though they're called red, they look kind of purpley. Now, what does purple make us think of? I think it makes us think of people who are in power. Because in the olden days, purple was the colour of kings and rulers. So we can think of our rulers like the Prime Minister, the First Minister of Wales, and we can pray for them, actually, that they might take the right decisions to look after our planet. Because these issues about looking after the world are so big that all the leaders of the world need to work together, do things to cut down pollution, to cut down waste, and really work together to protect our planet. So there's a few thoughts about the colours of the rainbow and harvest and the produce and the world around us. But it reminds us too, doesn't it? All these different colours. If I can hold them all at the same time, this might be a bit of a challenge. Red and orange and yellow and green and purple, and blue, just about, represent such a wonderful, wonderful diversity. All different, all the different colours of the rainbow. And it reminds us of the diversity of our world. There are so many different kinds of people in the world, aren't there? We're all different. We all look different. We all sound different. We all have different gifts and abilities and skills. To me, that's the wonderful thing about our world, that there are so many different kinds of people, and God has made each and every one of us special and unique. And I think what we should do is we should celebrate that diversity, celebrate that difference, that we are all different, we are all unique, but deep inside, we're really all the same, because we're all human beings, all made in the image of God. So this harvest time, let's give thanks for the great diversity of stuff in our world, the produce that God has given us to enjoy. Let's remember all of those things that I've talked about, overcoming danger, giving thanks for what makes us feel warm, having fun, looking after the world around us, giving thanks for water, praying for our leaders that they might work together to solve the problems of our world. Well, diolch yn fawr am wrando. Thank you very much, as always, for listening. Going to finish now with a prayer. Lord God, we thank you for the harvest. We thank you for the rainbow of your creation, all the wonderful different things that the world gives us that we have to enjoy. We give thanks too for the wonderful diversity of people in our world. Help us to cherish each and every person as special and unique. Amen. So, well, that's it for me for another online assembly. Hope to see you virtually or in person very soon. Till the next time, keep well and keep safe. Bye for now.